Greetings, travelers. You must have had a long and arduous journey to get here. Welcome to the untouched and magical world we will come to call home. My name is Zyphoenix, and together we are going to transform this place into somewhere truly special. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you'll stay around for a long, long time. So as we get started and do some exploring, I wanted to briefly comment on who I am, what mod pack we are using, and what our plans are for this world. I've been playing Minecraft since around 2014, 2015, and while I enjoy the PvP, mini games, and other community aspects of the game, building has really always been my passion. As such, this is a custom 1.16.5 mod pack with 80 or so carefully selected mods that bring the world to life, add more possibilities for building, and expand the experience Minecraft can offer. I tried to select mods that had good in-game designs, are not particularly game-breaking or overpowered, and fit together naturally into a low-tech fantasy world. The sort of exception to this low-tech rule is immersive engineering, but I thought it still fits with my overall vision. One thing I should note is that this pack includes several 1.18 Backport mods, which add 1.18 blocks into a 1.16.5 world, but this does not include the height and lighting features that vanilla 1.18 currently has. So what is our plan for this world? I want this world to last for a long time, so the idea is to progress steadily while taking the time to build up the lore and story behind each area that we create. At the outset, we'll build a starter area with all the basic necessities we need, as well as some automated farms to save us time down the road. I want you, the viewer, to play an integral part to this progression, so feel free to drop ideas and suggestions down in the comments. Oh, and I should mention, as I have already, I want to refer to you and the community we build as travelers. Together we're going to be going on a variety of fantastical journeys and exploring everything this game has to offer, so I thought the name would be fitting. With that said, I really appreciate you being here, and I have some exciting plans for this first episode. Alright, hello again. So we explored a village and we got some really awesome goodies, including some empty maps, a brewing stand, and some few other things that we're definitely going to need later, like rice. But I wanted to start recording because I found something really cool, but I don't know if it's just me, but these rock formations always look like really old diving masks. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, the circular ones that are quite old, but anyway. You might be able to see on the mini map, the village is right over there, and right here behind me, we have this. So in this mod pack that I've created, there's a mod called Valhesia Structures, which generates these pre-created structures like this. And finding one early game is really awesome because it not only provides a sort of place to bunker down for the night if needed, but there's also usually some pretty good loot in there. Sometimes there are illagers, so we have to be a little bit careful, but I don't see any on the mini map, so I think we might be okay, and I wanted to explore this together and see what we can find. Looks like the front entrance is right here. Coming in, we got a horse in the stable. Some pots right here. I hear a skeleton somewhere around there. Nothing in the barrels, that's unfortunate, but there's a bunch of hay back there that we could use as food. Hey, you should stay down. Alright, did we miss anything else in here? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay. Let's come up here. We got cake in the window. That's always a good sign. Bookshelves. There we go. Okay. So this is what I was talking about. Some really awesome early game loot that is going to help us quite a bit. Vein mining. If you have heard of the vein miner mod, I have a similar one that adds them as enchanted books, which basically allows a really fast mining of a single material at the cost of a lot of durability. So that'll definitely be useful later. I'll come back and grab this. I just want to take inventory of everything else in here. Got it. More food. Some more empty chests. Okay, this goes out into the ramparts. Okay, got a chain helmet here, but I have an iron one that's enchanted, so I'm not going to take that. Nothing in here. Okay, looking good, looking good. Let's see what else we can find. so we went that way. There's upstairs. Let's go into the kitchen real quick. Leave the cave rooms for now. Nothing in there. Nothing in there. These look so good. These little, I don't know, flasks, vases, jars, one of the above. Went that way. Wait, did we go that way? No, we went this way. So, oh, this is just more ramparts. That's fine. So that goes down. Let's go there first. More ramparts. This goes to the top of the castle. Okay, more armor in here. Lots of armor. Lots of beds too. So we need a chest plate. Let's take this enchanted one. There we go. What does this have? Protection 2. Perfect. And then we need some boots. Has anyone got any boots here? So there's some unenchanted ones there. Enchanted ones here. Let's see what these are. Oops. Oh no, those are just pants. Never mind. Okay, so we're going to take your boots too. Or are those just pants too? Never mind. Okay, no boots. That's fine. We don't need shoes anyway. Alright, let's go up the ladder. Looking for shoes. Okay, and we're at the top. So it looks like, wow, quite the view. You can see a hippo down there. Ooh, and look at these lilies, I guess. Really, really pretty. So we have a swamp that way. Village is over there. Kind of goes down the mountain a bit. And then we have more of this biome going that way. Hello, Mr. B. Go back down. And to the basement. Alright, so I still hear that skeleton, so I imagine he's around here. Okay, we'll explore this in a second. What's in here? Any baddies? Nope. Okay. Nothing in there, just more food. I'll take these melons, though. We'll come back and gather everything. I know I've been skipping some stuff. Alright, we're just going to go through the wall. Okay. Oh, there we go. Nice. And are these protection 1, I'm breaking my thorns. Protection 2, so let's keep the ones we have. I'll just take the sticks for now. And that, again, we're going to come back for all this stuff. There he is. Should we just leave him in there? Doesn't look like there's anything in there, unless there's something behind that trapdoor. Get in. There we go. Right, nothing behind there. So I'm going to keep exploring and probably do some mining to get some better supplies. Now that we have armor, I feel a little bit more confident about going underground. How do we get out of here? So I'll catch you guys. Oh, we missed this. Bookshelves, that's good. Nothing there. Let's see if there's anything in this last chest. Hello? Wow. Okay, that is really lucky. And our inventory is full. Alright, anyway, as I was saying, I'm going to go do some mining, get some starting supplies, and I'll catch you guys soon with any clips or interesting things that happen. See you guys. Alright, let's see what we got. Okay, we got a harpoon quiver and a bone cudgel. Does 13 damage worth at 8 speed. This does 8 damage at 1.6. So this is still better because it's twice the speed of the cudgel. Okay. Then we got an archer's vest, adds rate damage. Nice. Oh, and a saddle. That's good because we could get the horse that we saw earlier. Alright, we got a butterfly crossbow. Nice. That's amazing. If you know this is, you could only find this in dungeons, so that's really awesome. And then a frostbite helmet. And a thief's head. Okay, very cool. So some good loot here. I'm going to pick up all this mossy cobble, mark down the location, and transport this back. But other than that, I'm going to keep mining, so see you guys soon. Hello again, travelers. It is a couple days later now, and we have made quite a bit of progress. I've been grinding out some materials and getting ready for our next step. And in fact, we've done so many different things that I've made a list to make sure I don't forget to update you on anything. So starting from the top, where are we? If we take a look at the map, like this, we are on this little peninsula right here. Previously, we were all the way up here on this biome. This is the castle that we explored previously and the village near where we spawned. Basically, I decided that for what we originally or what we want to build to start off with, this sort of almost an island area would be much better. It's more defined and it's closer to sea level, which I think will work out a bit better. So you'll see why once we get to that. So secondly, let's look at what I've been grinding out. I've spent quite a bit of time mining down in this hole. If you take a look at cave layers down here, I've been strip mining quite a bit, got a lot of resources as I updated previously, and that has resulted in some decent bulk materials, although not much cobblestone because that was how low down we were. But nonetheless, these will all be pretty useful. And then some goodies, including a bunch of diamonds, coal, iron, gold, redstone, the whole lot. So that's going to be quite useful, especially once we get enchantments. And yeah, speaking of which, we got a full enchanting table set up and we have 30 levels. Unfortunately, I did die at one point. I looked away from my computer and a creeper snuck up on me. Pretty classic. So I had to grind out the levels again, but we will be enchanting something in a second here. The second set of materials, however, that I want to show off are quite a bit of logs, which we are going to need for the build. Also a bunch of dirt, which we'll use for terraforming. Some wheat and grass, which you'll see what we need for. And so we have quite a bit of materials to start off with. And the way I've been doing this is instead of doing it by hand with slow stone or iron axes, I've been using this saw from the Create mod and just a little hand crank here and basically doing this. Bam. And so this has resulted in a pretty easy way to gain a bunch of logs. Later on we'll definitely automate this and make it even easier, but for now, this worked out pretty well. So let's go ahead and pop these into the dark oak chest, like that, and there we go. So quite a few logs, good mining materials. We also have an elephant. Basically, in this biome, wandering traders sometimes spawn on elephants, and I don't know where the wandering trader went, but now we have this guy, which could be useful later. We also tamed a horse, as you can see here. This is the guy that was in the castle courtyard. He's not too great, but we can maybe get some other ones later on. So moving on down the list, let's go to enchanting. So, oh, here we are. And so in our backpack, which is actually also on the list, which I got dropped off a mob actually. We have a diamond pickaxe that we're going to enchant here and hope that we can get something good. So let's go over here and let's grab some lapis and see what we can get. Alright, so efficiency 4 is pretty good. What I'm hoping for, what would probably be the best is fortune, but I'll take silk touch also. So let's see what we get. Okay, not terrible. Fortune 2 is pretty good. Efficiency 4, unbreaking free. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm happy with that. And we're at 27 levels again, so once we have 30 again, we'll enchant something more. So, okay. Now let's talk about the last thing. Plans. One other thing I did off camera is I created a map of this area, which you can see here. Now this was done before I made any changes to this terrain. So if you see here, there's quite a bit of grass. It's a little less even. So right here on this peninsula, I sheared up all the grass and I got rid of a bunch of the dirt. And we're going to be using that later on to build a big quarry right here. And so that's why we have this hole right here, which will be where we do all our mining, and eventually this area will be turned into a quarry. I said quarry earlier, I meant quarry. And then for this area, what we're going to do is we're going to transform this entire area into a terraced rice farm paddy village, per se. So there's going to be a big village in the middle, and then terraced rice farms surrounding it, going all the way to the water's edge. And I think it's going to look phenomenal. So what we're going to get started off today is we're going to use the materials we've gathered initially to make essentially the central sort of house in the village. And it's going to be what you'd imagine would be the village chief's house, or the most important person, the mayor, whatever you want to call it. So we're going to make that house to start off with, and that's where we're going to put all these materials so we're not out in the open. And we're going to use that as a place to expand and build outwards. So we're going to get started on that. And hopefully we have a pretty nifty time lapse for you in the next segment. But yeah, I wanted to update you first on all the materials we've gathered and the progress we've made. So with that said, I'll see you soon. finally have a place to call home. I'm really pleased with how it turned out, and I hope you are as well. If you have any suggestions or ways we can improve it, I'd be happy to incorporate them, so please leave them down in the comments. So the idea is that in this village on this island, they don't have super advanced technology or resources. Oh, look at that. There's a group of pillagers over there in the distance. Glad I didn't run into them. So as I was saying, the idea is that they have fairly basic materials, so building primarily with wood, with this thatch. We have windows over here, but since they don't look exactly like glass, I thought they still could work. And for this building in particular, I want it to be the sort of focal point of the village, the place that your eyes are drawn to when you walk up from in the distance. So right now it's floating on a green pancake, but what's going to happen is the terrain is going to slope down from here down to the water's edge, and the area in the meantime is going to be filled with other houses, with various buildings, with paths, with farms, and of course the rice fields that I mentioned earlier. So hopefully this is going to be the highest and most standout place, but it's going to fit really nicely with everything else. Looking around the outside, we have bits of storage and food that people might use. Eventually we'll add storerooms, but for the moment people are storing their stuff right here. As we come inside, we don't have an interior, but we're going to make sure to do so in the next episode so that we have a nice cozy place to live that's safe from monsters. Chances are this is going to have 2 floors, with the second floor being right here, and giving access to the balconies you can see on the outside. For right now, just some temporary storage right there. But yeah, I'm really pleased with how this turned out. Once again, got nice little details all around. As we go forward and we gather more materials and find other things while exploring or going to other worlds like the End and the Nether, maybe we'll add different details to this. But for what we have right now, I'm very pleased with how it turned out. So what comes next? In the next episode, as I said, we're going to make sure to build the interior so we can move in and be cozy and have storage. And then we're going to probably start working on some automation. We don't want to be mining and grinding for materials every episode. So to save some time, we're going to start automating stuff. Not exactly sure what I'll start with, but we'll be getting to that. So I'm really excited. Lots of fun things in store for us on this world, and I'm really thankful that you chose to join me in this journey. And yeah, with that said, I hope to see you next time and continue our adventures together. So travelers, I'll see you again. Bye-bye!